In this segment, we're going to talk about a user question around options and how to use chart tools with options trading. So when using the tools, the chart tools or the trade finder, there's a couple different ways you can do it. You could have a set list of assets that you regularly trade, and if you don't want to use the scanner or the radar screen, or you don't have that level of the chart tools, if you're a basic user, you could just manually scan your charts. If you are a standard plus or an ultimate user, you could use the trade finder on that list to give you alerts and help you find trades and setups. The other option is the TradeStation Scanner. You can use the trade finder and the pattern finder to help you look for opportunities as well. So I did a scan earlier today, and I loaded the results into the radar screen and applied the trade finder, and I just pretty much used the standard default settings, other than I asked it to give me a proximity of 2 instead of 1. And you can see that I have 1, 2, 3, 4 different assets that were highlighted. So you can see here, Apple, you've got a demand band and a supply band. And so you could look at what options strategies you want to use around using the known areas of past supply and demand. So that's one way you could do it. So here were the settings that I used in the scanner to come up with a list of different assets. And then I just took that information and popped it up into here, and you can see that I have my results list that I just cut and paste into there. So that's one way to do it. If you actually wanted to use the pattern finder, I have a 15-minute scan here. It's an example of where I was looking for a trend change pattern, which would be a drop-based rally followed by a rally-based rally, or a rally-based drop followed by a drop-based drop. And so I had some things to cull down the I want to make sure there was enough volume, what last price was. And so I did some things to kind of reduce the number of assets, and then I added the pattern finder in here. And let me show you what that looks like. And so I just went in there and I said that if a pattern is found, which would be greater than 0, I wanted it to show me that asset, give me that symbol. And then I had the different settings here, which are all configurable. And then in order to get the appropriate interval, you have to change your interval right here. So there's where you do that. And then I just set this up, saved it, and ran the scan. And then you can take that list of results, and you can see here I've got quite a few, but you could cut and paste those into the radar screen and then see using the trade finder if there's any assets nearby. You could also just link this to a chart and quickly scan through the symbols as well. So that's a couple options as to how you can find different setups to use for options trading using the chart tools, the scanner, and the trade finder. Learn more about tools for traders at sndsoftware.com.